What's up guys, welcome back for another YgoPro duel video. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. The second match here in the top 8 playoff, we have Dueling Dinosaur Zing, which up until now I believe is undefeated throughout his tournaments. First deck from the top 8 here first. The second deck, kinda unexpected I guess, one of the older decks in this year's Cross-Banlist Cup from 2007. So there's like 10 years difference between both these decks, but it's basically Airblade, Turbo, Bloo-D, Blood Destiny, as you know, featuring or hinting to Destiny Hero Plasma, its OCG name from back then. So yeah, both deck lists I guess don't need an introduction. We know both these lists can do a lot of shenanigans. So again, which deck has the advantage? And if you take a look at the votes from the previous video, we see that about 80% of the people prefer or say that Dueling Dinosaur Zing should have the advantage over the older deck, the much older deck being, like Airblade, Turbo, Reasoning, Turbo Gate, that particular deck. And I feel I kind of go, at least I can agree, power creep, etc. But the thing is that, but yeah, it's something that I've said in the previous video as well, and Airblade did fantastic in the previous match, which again, they unexpectedly won. I believe it was against Totally Awesome Heroes. But again, they suffer pretty much from the same weaknesses, going first or going second. And if they're going first, Airblade or Blood isn't really a deck that's really known of, going first and then have some protection or subnegation, unless you want to dedicate an early plasma, that is, or if you open busted with D-Mock hitting the field, the Dimension Fusion, that those huge fields that your opponent really can't overcome. And for the time being, just normal summoning Stratos to get another Surge and let's say set Scapegoat or Mirror Force, that was more than enough to, make sure that you probably will survive for your next turn to potentially OTK. Unless, of course, your opponent opens like Heavy Storm and, well, back in those times, normal summoning his Stratos, etc. Since in the TCG, the Airblade Turbo, the Airblade deck with access to triple Stratos was, I think, like a possible for I think only one weekend or 2 weekends, so one Shonen Jump. Like when Stratos got released back then, it was a Shonen Jump promo, a magazine promo, very expensive. And again, it was only allowed, I think, at only one Shonen Jump, the equivalent of the YCS these days. Anyway, so I lost this game, but again, I opt to go first again. But again, as I mentioned before, it's a bit iffy. I can go first, I can set up my place if I open up decently like what I'm doing now. But okay, I need to like maybe open Scapegoat and or Mirror Force to have some form of protection. But I'm looking at the deck that, like special summons multiple monsters, can definitely bypass Mirror Force or Scapegoat with Lagia or Tornado Dragon or Cyclone or whatever. So. But then on the other hand, I could go second, but then there's the problem of the Dinosaur Zing deck is quite consistent, especially if this deck, my deck, Airblade deck, is not really running hand traps or interruptions, so they can freely... Dueling Dinosaur Zing can freely do their stuff without fearing the potential interruption during their turn, and that's what I wanted to say. So even though Dueling Dinosaur Zing might be weak to an Ash Blossom or a well-timed Failure, it's something not to be feared here from the Airblade deck, and that's where the problem lies. So again, yeah, that's the problem. An early Plasma, should I have dropped it? Well, yeah, if I didn't drop it there, again, he would have vomited his entire hand to the field. Trishula at me probably, and Calamities as well. And during game 3 I opt to go second. See if that helps, I guess, but it's again the problem. I don't have any form of interruption, no hand traps, no Veil or DD Crow or whatever, but yeah, the thing here is that as soon as Dueling Dinosaur Zing opens up an Oviraptor, the deck can do so much. And even, yeah, Oviraptor and Diagram, the deck can pump out so many busted plays. And add an Instant Fusion as well, the deck can go for Hyper Librarian first, and then, on top of that, I believe they should have 3 Synchro Summons after that. The Synchro Summon of Danglang, giving an extra draw, and the Surge, not to forget. The Trishula Summon, again, an extra draw and tripping your opponent from 1 card. And during their turn, using 9 Pillars to immediately get the 2 Zing monsters on the field to go for Arclight. And Arclight on its own, it's like a macrocosmos for both players, so that can be important if your deck is running or focusing on the graveyard. And on top of that, it can negate stuff from the opponent with the extra draw or plus off of Librarian. So no chance, absolutely no chance. It felt like playing Airblade against True King Dinosaur Yang Zings, going first, going second, it didn't really matter that much. Maybe I kinda had to hope like True King Dinosaur Yang Zing breaking, I guess, if that makes sense, and then, you know, okay, I can potentially OTK on my first turn, aka the second turn in a duel, but again, I'm not running any hand traps, and the fact that the True King Dinosaur Yang Zing is quite consistent with triple Oviraptor, the Miscellaneous Source, the True Kings, not to forget, again, the Earth True King is a crucial beatstick, a crucial enabler as well. The deck is so consistent, especially against a deck that's not really running any, you know, form of disruption. So one extra duel again seemed kinda pointless, right, to drag it down even further, so I wanted to test our waters a bit, an extra game here, and okay, Lightning Vortex is good against Crystal Wing, against True King of all calamities, and yeah, the fact that, you know, the option of either 9 pillars or like, yeah, to negate the mass destruction is, it feels a bit too much. So Monster Gate not paying off, and not really sure if how many copies of Dimension Fusion are already set up in the graveyard, but not hitting Demok, and it would just get negated, I guess, off of the Crystal Wing. So yeah, nothing I can do about that. The Oviraptor will eventually be dropped here off of the Baby Ceratosaurus, and there is the Oviraptor for the potential search, but again, yeah, no reason to play this on, right? So it felt kinda underwhelming here, Bloo-D, even though they went very strong against totally awesome heroes in the previous round, but the power or the ceiling of True King Dinosaur Yang Zing was just too high. So the next matchup here is already known for True King Dinosaur Yang Zing, but the next matchup for the Cross-Banlist Cup will be all the way on the left, so Girgias versus Dante.x, so Beatrice Turbo, Burning Abyss versus Girgias, a couple of years between both these decks, and yeah, again, like always, feel free to leave your prediction. Okay, guys, that's it, thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out, peace.